Fuck. Okay. Yeah, our internet went out completely. I don't know what happened. But I'm back. We are back. All right. Get the less than twos in, chat. I don't know what happened there, but that was a terrifying moment. Where did I cut for you, chat? Where did I cut out for you? Just so I know before, so I don't repeat myself. Welcome in, chat. Welcome back. You're about to play the voice note? Okay, so you didn't hear the voice note. Okay. All right. So, yeah. So to recap, I said I did the prank on him. You know, when are you going to get home, Sweet Bean? He said, was this meant for me? And I said, yeah, ... question mark. And then the next day I said, goose Sunday. And then he didn't reply for like 2 days. So I sent him a voice note today at like around noon 1. And this is what I said on the voice note.
Okay, so I see. Lil bro gets called Sweet Bean and thinks, okay, I'm going to reply to this one, but then doesn't get a reply. You need Sweet Talk to respond to my messages now? Is that what's going on? Is that the thing you need? Pull yourself together, man. You used to reply properly. What is this? I gotta wait.
I don't know why. I don't know why I did all this. But I did. Unnecessary, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do, you know? You got to do what you got to do, chat. He did reply to me. Unfortunately, he will not be joining us on Sunday. Your question about my cat's name, Chai, was a year old when I rescued him, and the shelter I named him Pad Thai. I went with Chai because it means lively. In Thai language, I didn't want to keep his name as Thai food. Gotcha, and he's very lively. Oh, that's perfect, then. That's perfect, Patty. That's awesome. All right, one more question in the form. Hi, Pooya. Hello. I recently graduated and will soon start my job in a new state, 300 miles from where I live right now. My boyfriend lives here and will stay here for the time being. I'd really appreciate any advice from you about having a long-distance relationship, since I know that's how you and Liana were in the beginning. Thanks so much. First of all, congratulations on your graduation and the new job, and I hope the new state is friendly and kind, and you have a nice, lovely start there. As far as long-distance advice goes, it's going to sound very, very, very basic, but I promise you it's what I stand by. Communication is key, right? So for me and Liana, we communicated in many different ways. We got creative with it. We would like text throughout the day. Every morning, I would record a voice note on the walk to work. I would leave her a voice note. She would respond and leave me a voice note. She would send it to me, and then I would listen to that on my break at work. And then I would send her a voice note on my walk back from work. And then she would call me after yoga, she would call me, and then we'd talk while she walked home from work. She would tell me about her day and stuff. I would tell her about mine. And then she would come home. She would take like 30, 40 minutes to like shower, eat dinner, do her stuff. And then we would get on, at the time, Skype, and we would watch a show together. Like we watched a lot of 90 together that way, and some other shows as well. So that's my recommendation, is do that mixture. That's a great way to go about it. So that's key. And then the other part is don't stop doing, like, you know, plan little trips. I feel like that usually makes it worthwhile. Like we would do a trip every about month. We would do a trip. Now 300 miles is a lot. Let me see what the distance was between me and Liana, because I'm not good with distance like that. Yeah, so the distance between myself and Liana was about 430 miles, or 400 miles. And what we did was we would basically, Montreal was our like meeting point. So once a month, we would both travel to Montreal and spend like a weekend together there. And that kind of was perfect as well, because there was always a treat at the end of the month to look forward to. You know what I mean? So yeah. You got to always be dating. I'm finding ways to do it, you know? All right, chat. We definitely lost some people in the disconnection. About like 20, oh God, about 20 or so people. But relationship psychologist here to validate everything Pooya is saying. Hey, Pacha! A long distance relationship restricts the kind of interaction you can have, so it really is about shifting what it means to be intimate on a day-to-day basis. Highly committed long distance partners tend to have longer and more personal conversations, miss each other more, and work harder to express their continued love. It's very true, because I think also after moving in together, you realize that, wow, we were doing a lot to make up for stuff that we didn't have. Like now, you know, you can sit there on the couch, both cuddled up, and say nothing for 30 minutes. And that is very powerful. In order to make up for not having that, I feel like we were talking like 5-6 hours a day, just not having that. So it's definitely work, but it's absolutely doable. I know some people get scared. Some people are like, nah, but I'm like more of an in-person person. I would say Liana is someone who, love language, physical touch more so than anything, would attest that we made it. We made it. But yeah. Okay, where was I? So the reason I brought up how some people got cut out or disconnected here, welcome back, Ali, is I want to talk about the Promise Month, because we got that coming up in about 2 days. Let's say 2 weeks for some odd reason. About 2 days. And I know there's been questions in the Discord about what is on the wheel and what's going down. What are we doing? And I do have a list here of all the items that will be making their way to the wheel. And by wheel, I mean to the plans for Promise Month. And also, we have a couple other ideas that I'm going to add on here that, like I said earlier, are not from specifically the Promise Month, the Hype Challenge. Because I think the thought could be, oh, they're all from the Hype Challenge. That's not the case. There's actually quite a few that are not from the Hype Challenge, if that makes sense. So I wanted to show y'all what those are, so you have at least a little bit of a rough idea of what's to come. And then that way you can see like what's going to end up on that wheel. Because the vision right now is Sunday is Goose Goose Day. So that's easy kickoff ceremony. We have Goose Goose Day. At the end of that stream, we will be spinning the wheel as we've done in the past. And whatever it lands on will be the main point of the stream the next day. Does that mean that that's all we're doing that stream? Absolutely not. We will still have a little bit of a chit chat. We can still end up going different directions, maybe, depending, because some of these ideas are like an hour, 2 hours long worth of content. Some of them are like 5-10 minutes. And I would love if the stream is longer than 10 minutes, you know? So we'll do some other stuff as well. But at least that gives people the day to know if they're pumped about something coming up, they can get excited, or if they're like, oh, you know what? I really wanted to do that. Let me make sure I can make it to tomorrow's stream. That kind of energy. And from where I'm standing, some of these ones, it does not look like they are guest dependent. So we should be fine to do them without a guest anyway. That's fine. Like that's absolutely doable. And we should have no issue with it whatsoever. Because the worry was if we had what's it called? Some stream ideas that were guest dependent, but we can't get the guests, like they can't do it that day, and we've done a wheel spin, then it's a whole complicated mess. So luckily there's not a lot of that on the list, you know? My nephew and his wife got married, and then he had his 6 months at the basic school, Marine officer school, and his wife started doing internships at different cities and to become an occupational therapist. They couldn't see each other for 6 months, but when he started his MOS training, they'd meet in cities in the middle where they were and get Airbnbs for the weekend. It worked. 10 years and they're still married. Patty, thank you for sharing that. That's exactly the similar energy that me and Liana gave to it, where it was like, well, I couldn't go to the middle because I couldn't come to the States at the time. But I was like, we'll do Montreal. And that worked. It was nice for both of us to get an escape. We would get an Airbnb. We tried a bunch of different Airbnbs, and it was a fun experience. Like it definitely, like I do think when Liana's like, I don't know if we could do that, I could go back to doing that again. I'm like, I think I could do that, but I don't know if I can. But knowing where we ended up now, it was 100% worth going through it. It really was. And I think the difference between us and some other couples is that we started long distance from the beginning. So we didn't have the in-person to know what we're missing in long distance. But as long as you work on it, I truly think it's doable. I really do. Cannabis says, you're so interactive with chat, you can make content with short time. Well, thank you, Cannabis. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right. So we're getting the list together. I'm getting the list here together so you can get a look-see on what is on this list. And together we can see where we're headed with the wheel. Okay. But yeah, so we're going to do that. And then there's a couple more, like I said, that I'm going to add on to it that are not from the wheel era, the hype challenge era. They're from after. I don't think we have any from before the hype challenge era. So yeah, I think we're fine there. And we did agree, I remember this very vividly. We talked about this when I brought up Promise Month a couple of months ago, that I would like to not do Civ, and that was granted by the audience. So Civ is not on the list, but everything else is now on here. And I'm just going to go ahead and see if I can number this through. There we go. Why did it do the spacing as numbers? That's so annoying. Okay, that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Sorry, chat. I know this is like this is bad content, bad streaming, but I'm fixing it. Okay, there we go. Excited for the month. Thank you, Vinyl. All right, chat. Would you like to see what's on this list here? What was it like meeting your stepcats for the first time? It was interesting. Pearl was giving me the treatment she's giving me now, which was just constantly hide every time I was around. Clam was curious about me, but still didn't really love me like that. Even to this day, I think 5 years having passed, she don't love me like she loves Liana, which makes sense. She was both of them were like children, babies when they had Liana. But it felt like, especially the problem is I had Winston to compare it to, and not having Winston and immediately having cats that basically were not fucking with me felt sad. I was like, I miss Mike, I miss my baby. But obviously recognizing that wasn't that deep, and also they're brand new, it's gonna take a while. So yeah, it was tough at first, but it was fine. All right, let me get the list together. It's here. For the love of God. Okay, there we go. Here, let me put it here, and then maybe I'll make the font bigger or something. Okay, so yeah, this looks too small. So let's give this the 200 zoom. Okay, there we go. So these are a bunch of the ideas, the stuff we have. These are the ones that made it from the hype challenge that still need to be done. Okay, so there's 17 items on that list. As you can see here, I'm going to move, chat, I'm going to close you for a second on stream so you can see the full list. If this is not big enough, just let me know and I can make it even bigger here. How about that? Is that better? That's actually better. So let's keep it like that. So this is the list as of right now. Also, let me say hello to some of the people that are coming in now. In DH, welcome in. Christian, welcome in. Happy Pat to you. Storms have been great, Christian. Thankfully, nothing too bad, okay? And Flynn's a welcome and thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate you. Welcome back using your one Prime sub for your 1 year now anniversary of being with us. Thank you so much. Weather pending Art World this weekend in New England, Northeast Minnesota, not New England, Minnesota. That'd be stupid. Hack, what is Art World? You tell me. Okay, so to vocalize the recap, in case you're on you're on your lurker mode and you're not watching the stream, which is fair enough. Hopefully whatever you're doing is going smoothly. We've got Podcaster Royal Rumble is one, which if you've watched Renat before, you kind of know what the vibe is here. I don't have custom wrestlers, but we can just assign wrestlers to podcasters and that'll be fine. We have and I think I can at the very least change the name of the wrestler so that the names are there. Then we've got chat diss track, which is me doing a diss track on the chat. For some reason, this is a thing we're doing. I think if we spin the wheel and it lands on chat diss track, what I would want to do is have some people in the chat volunteer to be dissed and also to give me a couple of things I can diss them on. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to freestyle it and lie. Then BB costumes tier list, actually very BB centric, so I do love that. I do love this. I think this is going to be, we are in the Big Brother season now. So I think doing a tier list like this could be very fun, very easy to do. Make a contest for the viewers is something that we did put on the wheel thanks to the hype challenge. I don't know what the contest should be. We talked about at one point, maybe it could be like an org that we organize in the Discord. That's too much work. And there's no way I want to do an org and then broadcast that to the internet. I feel like that is we're not going to do that. Maybe we run a brand steal like we've done before with the community, and then the winner gets something. Also, I will be doing giveaways for people who are subscribed to the stream. If you want a piece of lore, I have the Miss Teddies here to give away maybe once every 2 days or so. We'll see. We'll talk about that more during the I keep trying to call it hype challenge, the promise month. This one I know a lot of people are excited for. You must do anything Liana says for 24 hours. I was talking about this with Liana, and I think the vision we have for this one is whatever day it lands on, right? So say as early as Sunday, I spin the wheel, and it just straight up lands on you must do what Liana says for 24 hours. Liana could be like, okay, you need to do this. And I'm like, okay. And I will document myself doing it. I'll film like little moments, vlog style of me doing the stuff. And then I can share that with you on stream later that evening. And we'll do a story time on it. And then while I'm on stream, Liana still has to tell me what to do. So whatever she wants us to do, we'll do for that stream as well. So yeah, there you go. Liana does your eye makeup. This is basically we stream whatever we want, but Liana does my eye makeup, or she can do my eye makeup on stream. That's probably the right option is what that is. And then she can hang out and talk to us as well. Santa cosplay. Now, I think I bought a Santa costume. I just don't know where the fuck it is. So hopefully I can track that down. Again, this is a stream where we're just in Santa costume and we do whatever we want. So I will take suggestions as we are doing the promise month. So let's say it lands on Santa cosplay. I'm not going to end stream immediately after the wheel spin. I'll be like, okay, so what are some things we can do tomorrow? What would people like to see? We can talk about it, okay? Eat baby food flavor of your choice live on stream. Again, it lands on this. That night, I asked chat, what food flavor do we want? And then I pick it up. I could do that, or I can just order one. Like, we can talk about it on like a Sunday, this Sunday, and be like, what flavor should it be? And then y'all say it, and then I order it and I just have it in the house for when it lands on this. So that's easy enough to coordinate as well, I think. And that's good to go there. And then we've got, where the fuck did my sheet go? Nope, that's not it. This is it. Okay. Then the Dwight hype track. Hate that this is here. Skip baby food. I mean, it doesn't matter, Russ, right? It's like that stream is whatever we want. I just have to eat the thing of baby food I want at some point. That's fine. It's going to be a Culver's Day. What? The Liana says we do anything day? Well, we'll see. Yeah, unfortunately, as much as I shit talk Dwight, I'd have to do a hype track on him, which I'm not looking forward to, but I've also not thought about it enough. So I got to like lock in for that. Pico Park is the only one that might be guest dependent. Now, in the event that I can't get guests for that, I can definitely open it to volunteers who want to partake in that. Whether it is Pico Park's a video game. It's a multiplayer video game. Whether that's people in the community or people I know who have played the game in the community that'd be willing to join me for the stream to play it, that could be good. Okay. And then play, will you press the button.com and discuss every answer? I think if I remember this website correctly, it gives you scenarios, it gives you 2 options, and you got to decide which button you would press. So for example, it'd be like Burger King forever or McDonald's forever, and we just discuss that and do it. I think that's going to be fun to do with chat. I think that'll be a fun, debatable, discussing worthy stream. So we got that going. Find a snack you haven't tried, try on stream for the first time. I'm very excited for this. If y'all remember, we've done the list for this. We've made a list of this, and I need to go ahead and buy it. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and do that over the weekend here so that I have that ready at home. So when this stream lands, we have the stuff, we're ready to go. And boom, we're good to go. Okay. And then 5 minutes with Clam and Pearl, it lands on it. I will do the thing where you can make your phone a webcam on your stream, and I can add it to my to the stream, and then I can go hang out with the cats a little bit, and you can see them for 5 minutes. Again, easy done. We got that. Bean Boozle, I have a container of Bean Boozles in this house. I think I need to buy maybe one more, and that's ready to go. So we got that as well. Mario Kart is Mario Kart. Y'all already know what Mario Kart is, so easy pickings. Ugly outfit stream. I have a specific vision of how I want this to go. I want Liana to go with me to like a TJ Maxx or whatever store and pick what she thinks is the ugliest combination outfit, and I will wear it the next day on stream or the next stream, and that's my outfit for that stream. Okay. And then play a driving simulator game. You tell me which game it is, and we play that game. Easy enough. Can I move you to the, yes, I can move you to the left margin. Sorry about that. Here you go. All right. So any questions on these ones that are on the list? Because this is in the final form. Sweet potatoes are good baby food. Don't come for me. Wait, there's a sweet potato like baby food container. Is that what you mean? A few years ago, I had to eat soft foods after surgery. There are actually some okay, good fruit ones, kind of applesauce and texture. You'll be okay. I don't think I'm gonna have an issue with baby food. I don't really have a texture problem with it, so I'll be fine. I really do agree with you. I think I'll be fine for the most part. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna survive that, chat. Drink a little before the driving simulator. I feel like, is that responsible? Is that responsible? Can I get a steering wheel? How much is there like a good price steering wheel? Not like a full-on driving rig, just a gaming steering wheel. Gaming steering wheel PC. $200? Absolutely not. I thought it'd be like $40. Because I have $80. Because if I could get a steering wheel set up, that could be more fun to do. About $65, even the cheap. Yeah, there's one that's like $68, one that's $60. I can't imagine they're as good as like the $300 one, but I don't want the $300 one. I don't play racing games ever. So that's a no-go. Oh, this one's, yeah, PS4 steering wheel for PC, Switch. Okay, this looks reasonable. Okay, there's some options. All right. So now that you've got a good look at this list, there's a couple more items that need to be added in that some of you may remember or be familiar with. Number one, Liana has agreed to this already. We're going to play Split Fiction on one of these days. Now, this is one of the ones I'm nervous about because if this lands on a day that Liana's not available, I don't know what to do. We might have to just immediately respin if that's cool with the chat. The other, this is a promise I've made a while ago and we've not delivered. It's time. And that is finish vaudeville. I think we can do it. I think there's been updates since I last checked. I think vaudeville is finishable. At the very least, we goddamn play it again and get somewhere with it in progress. That was the name of the game, right? Vaudeville, that detective game we were playing? Yes. Yes, it was. So that's the one there. There was one more that I'm not forgetting, chat. Chat, what are some promises that you remember me not keeping that I said I would do? And listen, this list, I'm not looking at it as a shame. This is not a list of shame. This is something that I want to fix, right? I want to be better. I want to do better. And I want to complete every promise I've made to you. Every person who contributed to the hype challenge to make it happen. I owe these to you from like almost a year and a half now. So I want these done. I want these done, and I want us to have a clean slate so that moving forward, when I say I do something, I goddamn do it. And it doesn't feel overwhelming that there's still so much to do. Like imagine last year we did 3 12-hour streams and we still didn't finish the stuff. Oh, thank you, Kalita. Yes, that's something I saw in the Discord actually that was brought up by Steph and Russ. So Steph and Russ, if you are here, you may not be. So we got Stephaba and Russ. I can just look in my DMs and see what those games are. And Russ is in the chat ready to repeat that as well. So I want to look at what those games are. Russ, if you have experience with both games, I don't know if you may or may not, and you think both can be done in one stream, we'll do that. If you think each deserve their own and you're honest, Steph, welcome in as well. Y'all let me know and we can do them as separate ones. Steph and Russ games from Marble Bets. And then feel like I'll have to contact Scally. Was there a Scally bet that I lost of a game? No, you know what? Mods. Was there a mod game I lost? Was I supposed to play a game with the mods? Why does that sound vaguely familiar to me? It's the best same game. I lost the bet, so Russ made the same bet with you. Oh, say less. Say less. Okay, one stream it is. I don't remember a promise about it, but I still always recommend Stanley Parable. I definitely still want to play that, so I would be down to add that. The 100 Baby Challenge. Oh, so the 100 Baby Sims Challenge. Yes, that was on the list, but then I heard about how, because I thought, my dumbass, okay? My dumbass thought the 100 Baby Challenge on The Sims was just woohooing and having 100 children. But apparently that's not the case. Apparently you're supposed to raise all the children to become like full-grown adults, which is way more difficult and way more time consuming, and it's not a one stream situation. So yeah, that can't happen. So you say that we have some suggestions in the Discord on how to edit the rules. If it's workable to a stream for one day only, then I think that's something we can consider. But if it's like a multi-day situation, I don't think we could do it, sadly. So let me see. Let me see. 100 Baby Challenge is way too hard for one day stream, but it's a really fun idea and I'm excited to watch it. It could work with some change rules that keep the vibe. It's 24 IRL minutes for a sim day with 2x and 3x speed options, so realistically a day can go faster. Original rules say you need to raise 100 babies to young adulthood. Okay, the points don't count at birth. That's a lifespan of 19 in-game days. Even the oldest kid won't age up for like 2 to 3 IRL hours if you're playing at the faster time speed. Maybe the rules can still be like have X kids instead of raise X kids, and unhappy infants won't be an insta end. I've not played Sims in months though, so not sure. Okay, so if we go that way, then that's something we can do. You're saying a lot of the ones on the wheel tab haven't been done yet. Red Wings, those were the ones where we said if they land on the wheel, we'll do them, but they didn't land, so they're not part of the promises. You know what I mean? Those were like more ideas of if they landed on the wheel, if we hit the milestones and hype challenge. Yeah. So we could still do it. Like there's still good ideas in there that we can use. Which I don't disagree with. I think that's still a shout. I think something that I actually did just see from the corner of my eye from the wheel that I would like to add, and let me know what you think of this, chat, is an Amazon stream. Okay, where let's say it's $150 budget. Maybe it goes down to 100 after I talk to Liana. If she's like, that's too much money, put 100. I'll be like, okay. Where that stream, the lovely community will send links to some items for me to put in the background in the display. And as you can see, there's a lot of shelf. Well, you can't see right now because this is open. Hold on. As you can see, there is a lot of shelf space back here that's open. So if we can put some money down, buy a couple of items to put in some of these shelves, I'm not mad at that. That could be fun. That could be a fun idea. And we can hang out and do that. So let's do that. And then at the end of the month, we have that going. Okay, so let's add that to the list. I like that idea. 100 babies by the end of the month could be fun. Well, the thing is, how many times am I doing like a daily check-in on The Sims? Am I doing some of it offline? Like, how do you go about doing that? Oh, you can just read Hannah's. What about 69 babies challenge? No need to race to adulthood. Or put a time limit of X number of hours and we all wager brownie points on how many we can raise in that time span. Hannah, I love that idea. Okay, let's add it. I like that idea. 22, okay. Time limit. Okay, well, let's call it 69 baby challenge because again, Sims. And yeah, let's say brownie point wager. I like that. So yeah, basically it'll be like a brownie points wager. How many babies can it be? Oh, can we get to? I like that. That's a good shout. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's 22. So I've mentioned that for Promise Month, it's a stream every day. Obviously, there's going to be some streams along the way that are going to be accounted for somewhat. Mainly Fridays and Sundays, Goose and Pad. So I'm thinking if I add those to the list, I think we're already there now, right? Let me just double check here. So we're starting on the 18th, which means that's 1 Goose, 2 Goose, 3 Goose, 4 Goose. Shit, we got 5 Gooses. When is the end date of this, actually? Now that I'm looking at it. Because is it just 30 days straight? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So it would be 16th of June would be the end date. So it'd be 5 Gooses and a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 pads. That's 9 streams. Okay. How about this, chat? What we could do is, obviously I'll have the wheel here for these ideas. We could also put onto a digital wheel, smaller wheel, we could put the ideas that are more so like Santa costume or like baby food into that way. That gets spun for like Goose days where Goose is happening, but that extra business is also happening. Do you see what I mean? How about if we did that way? Like, now we talked about not having an idea of what's going to happen on that stream. Now that simple one happens then, and that way that's sorted. What do you think of that? You tell me. We gotta hurry up. Any tariff changes happen and get implemented. Oh dear God, I didn't even think of that. Respawning. Prank call a podcaster. See, the problem is, what if the podcasters just don't answer their phones? Then where do we go? And also, if they're anticipating it, it's curtains. You can also set the lifespan to short to speed up the life. Oh, that's true. I didn't think of that. Okay, these are that's Sims 4, right? That's Sims 4 that I should do that in. You could double up spins on items that aren't really a full stream. True. Would you want to do another music stream like you did? So Kelly Kid, I would love to do another music stream, but the issue with that is that would require Chappelle, Sasha, and Ty to be available and like ready if the wheel decides they go there. That's kind of the problem with doing the wheel thing. The wheel is fun for us because it's like, oh my God, what's going to happen next? But it's very tough for guests because if it just doesn't work for them, it doesn't work for them and I don't know what to do. But I would like to do that stream regardless once this Promise Month is over. Maybe that could be part of my new promises. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a bit of a risk I'm taking here where nothing's going to be scheduled and it's dependent on the wheel. But I think it's also going to be fun because I think ultimately the reality is not everyone's going to be here for every stream. And I know that because it's 30 streams. It's a lot of streams out here. That being said, I like the idea of at the very least people are intrigued of like, oh my God, what's going to happen today? You know, let me go back and look at the VOD and see what's going on. What was the wheel spin last night? I think that's going to be fun. I think we're going to have a fun journey. And it's different than what we've done before, you know? Do you think you could fit in a Saturday Blood on the Clock Tower stream during Promise Month? You know what, man? I did think about that today. And the answer is yes. If I get asked to play Blood on the Clock Tower, I will play Blood on the Clock Tower. on the Saturdays during Promise Month. I will commit to that. Because I think it'll be fun for y'all to get a little bit of the POV. Because I think we've passed a year since I've last streamed Blood on the Clock Tower. So we can do that. We can play that. And then I can do whatever idea I'm doing. You know? I'll be very inclined to watch VODs when I miss a stream. Thank you, Viabella. You vastly underestimate the severity of a homebody that I am. Hey, relatable content to me. Relatable content to me, my friend. Yeah. So that's the gist of it. That's kind of what we're looking at here, chat. This is the vision. This is the vision. These are the things on the list. I think that in the event that an idea doesn't work, or if something can get workshopped, I am extremely open to that. And also, I'm extremely open to new ideas as well as they come along. Well, I stream on Memorial Day. What day is that again? That's next week, right? Hold on. It's like Memorial Day is the 26th, Monday the 26th. I don't intend on not streaming that day, but I would hope, yeah, I think the answer is yes, probably. Like I said, I've said that some days might be non-stream days in the full 30. My aim is to try and do 30, pending something going sideways for me. But I have some buffer too, because like I said, I do have a trip coming up in June, but I do have some couple extra days of buffer where in the event that I miss a day and I'm like, I still want to do a 30, we can continue it one more day. I have the power to do that. But again, I would like to think that I'm going to go every day here, because my whole plan was to get done before Big Brother, and looks like I'm going to be able to do that now that we know when the premiere is. So I'm very happy about that. Oh, shit. You know, one last idea I want to add to this chat, and this is not going to be, this one I would like to lock in, meaning it is the last stream of the Promise Month, okay? And that is locked to the final day. And it's the bridge between Promise Month to Big Brother for us, meaning that's what officially puts the Less Than Two crew into the Big Brother preseason. And that is a Big Brother centric bracket. I don't know what that bracket looks like. It could be based on players. It can be based on who's the best, whatever. I don't mind. And that's going to be one where we can do together. As in, your opinion will weigh it. It'll be all about what the chat wants. The chat decides. And we go through it together. So yeah. So instead of a chat diss track and Dwight hype track, I am not. But maybe what I should do is start from now. If you are willing to be dissed on the diss track, put it in the form. Specifically the feedback form, not the advice form. The feedback form, because the advice form, I will lose it. But the feedback form is a little bit slower moving. Put it in there if you're like, you know what, you can diss me. And don't just say your username. Tell me one or two things that I can use if you want. If you don't, I will choose on my own what I will say. So, yeah, if you don't, I'll figure out something. I mean, I'd like to think that I have good memory on a lot of you that have been chatting frequently. But if you're a little bit more quiet on chatting, or you might be new, feel free to add some stuff. Or if you've been here a minute, feel free to be like, this is on, this is fine. Don't say that. Again, the diss track's not going to be like 5 minutes long. It's going to be like a minute, maybe two, right? So worry not. And I can't fit in everybody into it. So realistically, like 3 of you are going to get dissed. Or 4 of you. So we'll see. We'll see. All right. Well, one more question in the forum. Love that. And that question is... Ooh. Oh, it's a longer question. Okay, let me get into this. They have Big Brother auditions at a casino from my hometown. Wonder if anyone will be on. I know would be on it. That'll be wild. Jesse, I just had Asia on and Baby Andy on Survivor, and that was a bit of a toughie to navigate. I can't even begin to understand how I would feel if a friend of mine or someone I know was on Big Brother. I think that would be brutal for me. For them, it'd be brutal, but I'm thinking about me, and for me, it'd be brutal too. How many days ahead will BB drop the cast in time for bracket June 16? It'll be later for sure, Daisy. typically nowadays Big Brother drops the cast like the Monday before the season starts. So if the season starts on Wednesday the 10th, do I have that right? Thursday the 10th. I would say the cast drops on either Monday the 7th or Tuesday the 8th. That's my prediction. All right, longer question here, chat, that I want to read out. It's in the form. I want to give this person advice. So let's read together. Sorry in advance, this might be confusing. Hey, question asker, no worries. We'll try and get it. Okay, I'm gonna also sorry. Let me remove this list for now, and let me put y'all back in here in the view. Sorry in advance, this might be confusing. How do you deal with a friend dating an ex? I and a lot of my friends are polyamorous, for the record. Okay. So I dated a guy back in December for a very brief time, and he and I didn't end on the best of terms. Since then, he began dating one of my partner's other partners, who I consider a friend. Okay, so I see why you said this might be confusing, but we can figure this out together. Okay, so you were dating a guy in December. It did not last all that long. I was like, okay, cool, you're not about this, you leave, right? Then the guy started dating one of your other partners. So someone you had an entanglement with, and they had an entanglement with your other partner. Yeah, someone you had an entanglement with had an entanglement with somebody else, and now this guy is with that entanglement once removed. I got it. Okay. Who you consider a friend. So it's a friend, but you're elaborating that this is someone that a partner of yours did the deed with, and then now they're doing the deed with them, but you're friends with them, so you didn't do the deed with this person. Gotcha. I was concerned at first, but came to terms with it. Okay. The problem is that my ex now suddenly started dating another of my friends. Okay. So this guy now is dating a closer friend to you. Okay. And this is something you hang with weekly. Obviously, we're all adults and know what we're getting into, but this latest conquest of one of my friends is bothering me way more than it probably should. The fact that my ex is now with two of my friends feels, for lack of a better word, icky. I'm worried because he didn't treat me great. He's not always great with my first friend. And now he's starting something with someone else I care about. I don't feel like I can warn the friend because I didn't find out from her. How do I handle my feelings? Oh, so you didn't find out that he is now with this friend that you're closer to. Someone else told you this. Y'all, this is a lot happening in your friend group, let me just say. How you should handle your feelings, I think twofold. I think you got to remember to protect your peace in all this. This is someone that you like. I think it's very clear to me that this isn't a jealousy thing or at all. Like you agree, you were like, it was not good terms with this guy, didn't treat me good, not for me, right? However, I think this is a concern for your friend. You don't want your friend to be treated poorly. The hope is the person that you were dating for a little bit has matured, has become better, and will proceed to now treat your friend better. You know, they know better. That's the hope. They know better. The reality is they may not know better, right? That may be the reality. That may be the problem. So in the event that they are better, that's good. You're fine. In the event that they're not better, I still don't think you can do anything. So your question was, how do I handle my feelings? I would say protect your peace. Try and not think about it. Try and not, it'll eventually come out from your friend. And then maybe then you can, if you feel like it, warn. But I always say, be careful, because more often than not, people will end up resenting you more than the person if you give them too much advice. So it's hard. But I would say, I would say protect your peace. Protect your peace. Because I've been in a similar situation but no, actually it's not that similar. I was in a situation where two people I knew were getting together, but I knew one of them was doing the bad treatments, talking smack. And it was awkward because it was not my place to tell, And it was not like I was seeing it firsthand, but I was being told it. And I opted to share with my friend. I was like, fuck it, you need to know this. And then it didn't go well. So, yeah. Pooya's new neighbor will be on BB27. I mean, I haven't met any of them yet. I have huge mixed feelings on Rob being on 50. I'd love it, but I also feel like I might hate it. I've not watched any of his seasons. Why? In what way would you hate it respawning? I'm so excited. Liana loves Culver's. It's clear you both have passed the Midwest test. You may stay. Yay, we did it. Yeah, the burgers are great at Culver's. I'm not going to lie. These friends don't know this person dated this person. No, so what they ended with Mayrose was he's not always great. With my first friend, I was dating someone. He's starting something with someone else I care about. I don't feel like I can warn the friend because I didn't find out from her. So she found out from another friend that these two are now hooking up. Dennis the Menace. Thank you for the 46-month, Dennis. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. Welcome in, Dennis. I love Culver's. They're good. Culver's is good, chat. Hate it as in I would be heartbroken if he was out early. Yes, that's why I don't want my friends on any shows. If my friends can guarantee they can go far, I'm happy for them and I'm rooting for them. But the heartache of seeing friends fizzle out and do poorly, can't take it. The guy you waved at when taking the trash to the curb will be on BB. The problem is I won't know if it's them or not. You know what I mean? Dennis, yes, Sparrow. That's what we call Honda Man Dan. That's Dennis right there. How you liking the new place? I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I really am. Honda Man. It's coming together. I still have a lot I need to do in this room. I still have a bunch of boxes in my closet that I've not unpacked. The furniture obviously is like organized now, but I still have a lot of stuff that I need to decide where they go. Part of me feels like I just leave them in that closet and never look at them again. So that'd be great. But yeah. But these friends that are now involved, the guy didn't know the question asker also dated the person. No, the question asker mentioned that they're all polyamorous, but the question asker didn't have a relationship with this person that now the ex is dating. This person that the ex is dating is a friend of hers that they see every week. It's a close friend, you know? Dennis is a menace. Jen gets it. Jen knows. Did you know Honda is the new Pope? I highly doubt that. Why would that be the case? You should hang a Winston photo. That'd be fun. That'd be good. I would love that, actually. A good Winston photo, though. Hello, welcome in, Pixie Sticks. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Culver's chicken sandwich, walleye sandwich, and chicken tenders are also so good. Onion rings are very good. Liana does love the chicken sandwich. So excited Secret Million got renewed for a second season. Do we need to bug Rob about covering it? Daisy, I will run it up the flagpole. I will let Rob know we need a dedicated, we need like a proper, because it did get covered. It did get covered. I know, I believe Scally and Chappelle covered it, but it was in chunks, if I remember correctly. I feel like this show can get covered episode by episode. I do. Also, love the serenity prayer to previous question asker. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Okay, responding. Didn't have to go that hard on him. Didn't have to spit some facts here. We have a non-believer amongst us. Wow. Guilty. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? But yeah, I'm very excited, chat. I'm very excited for Promise Month. I think we're going to have a good time with it. I don't have a graphic in mind of how to promote it, but I think we can figure out what to do every day. And also, the timing of the streams are going to be very live. I'm not going live the same time every day, you know? I think most of the streams you can anticipate being around 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. But for example, Wednesday is the Survivor finale, this upcoming Wednesday. I'm not streaming anywhere between 8 to 11. So probably 6 Central, or no, not 6 Central, 6 Eastern, 5 Central, that could be the move. So I will let you know. I will let you know. The new Pope Mobile is a Honda and everything. What? They did one for the premiere and one for the rest of the season. Was that it? They did 2 episodes only? I thought it was more. Yeah, we need proper coverage here. You're good, respawning. I've had Culver's in many years. Sparrow, this is your sign to get it. Trust me. Do it. And very disappointed Traders UK is going to be all celebs. It's not, Daisy. It's separate. It's Celebrity Traders UK Season 1 and Traders UK Season 4 are coming this year. So we get 2 traders. So UK just gave us a bonus one. They said, hey, go ahead and take this one as well. So we get 2. That was for Battle Camp. There were 4 pods. Okay, that's what I thought there were more pods. Okay, gotcha. Remember when Pooya promised to watch Whodunit twice? Actually, let's move on from that. What's Culver's? A fast food joint, Honda Man Dan. I didn't really like the Culver's because the fries were not good, but I may need to try again. Jen, the fries are decent. And I'm not really a crinkle cut guy, but the fries, I fuck with them. They're good. Maybe it's a specific spot where we've gone to. I didn't like the cheese curds at all. Onion rings were banger, and the fries were good. Europa final watch party Wednesday. Honestly, Red Wings, my heart cannot handle it. If we lose to Tottenham, there's no way you're going to catch me be on camera for that. I'm going to be in a hole. But how do I add a suggestion to your promise month? You can put it in my form. Either exclamation advice right now if you want me to read it now, or exclamation feedback if you want to put it in the feedback. Oh, you have to drive 45 minutes to get to one? I don't know if it's worth the 45 minutes, Sparrow. So fair enough. Fries with the cheddar cheese sauce. That could bang. Buffalo chicken tenders are fire. See, y'all are adding new stuff that I need to try. I've already found a favorite. I've been spamming the same order every time. Culver has the best fish and chips. Liana did think about getting the fish fry at one point, but didn't end up going through with it. Oh, Mandy's here. Perfect. Mandy, question. I have a question for you. Did I lose a wager to y'all? Also, earlier, Khalid, you asked, why do I keep losing? I don't know. I'm just unlucky. Did I have a wager with you and Liv where if I lost, I had to play a game with y'all? Or did I win that and that didn't have to happen? I feel like I won and didn't have to happen because y'all don't bug me about it. But I was like, just let me double check. Hot take, ketchup is overrated. Hard agree. I thought the closest Culver's to me was like an hour away, but I looked during the Pal yesterday and realized they opened one a mile away. Oh! Well, Red Wings, enjoy. I do get the butter burger with cheese. I think it was a bet to play a scary game together and you lost. That's a lie. We did, but it's okay if it doesn't happen. Okay, we did. I feel like I remember this. And was it Pal World? Y'all were like really keen on getting me to play Pal World, I feel like. Yes, that's what it was. If you still want to do that, I'm keen to put that on the list. I'm fine to do that if y'all still want to do that. Because again, it's all about promise month. It's all about committing to the promises. I'm not leaving any stone unturned here. By the time we finish on the 16th of June, that's it. We're clean slated. Yusuf Color is about 10 minutes away now. Oh my God. From 10 to 3.5. Liv and I will chat. Sounds good. Sounds good. You let me know. All right. I got another question in the forum. And this time it says, not sure if you've ever played, but there's this game called Fortnite that I think would be fun for you to stream. Maybe play until you get a victory crown. I am goated in Fortnite. Some people would say I'm the second best player in the squad, sometimes first, and I carry people on my back. That'd be a short stream, like a 5-minute stream. I don't want to do a 5-minute stream. We're talking, give me a stream that'll be longer. That's what I'm looking for personally. And then we can make new promises. Exactly. And then we can keep them and not fall behind like we've done. Well, you did promise us you'd eat another 100 nuggets. I never did that. Who's the first best player? I think we already know this. Just have someone on the Fortnite streams. This was a good time. All right, then let me just check the feedback form, see if that's been. Yeah, a couple people responded here. Love that. You thought I finished vaudeville already? Yeah, I did not. I did not. So yeah. Yeah, the vaudeville we hit a wall, and then I was told that it was unsolvable. And then I was like, well, if it's unsolvable, why are we wasting our time here? Let's come back when it is solvable. So that's kind of where we ended up landing. That's the plan, is to do it now when it's more solvable, which is now. So when is your Twins game? Where is the Twins game? I was about to say July, but I think it's June now. I think it's June. Yeah, it's June for sure, now that I think about it. You know what? It's on my app. Yeah, we're going for one of the theme nights. Which, by the way, I feel like a lot of baseball games are just theme nights, straight up. This app is taking forever to load, which is fine. But Blueprints is a nice game. What is Blueprints? Let's watch you play Zelda. Oh dear Lord. Yeah, June. It's in June. Yeah. Twins have won 12 in a row. Hey, that's good, right? That's good. Yeah, but it's a late night game. It's like 6 something p.m. That's good, right? It's not gonna be too hot. It's like Myst. It's like if Myst was a rogue. Like, I have no idea what these things are. I'm gonna look up Blueprints, right? But I'm gonna look it up on incognito, just in case. I don't know. Blueprints is a puzzle adventure game with roguelike elements developed by Dogu Bomb and published by Raw Fury. It was released for PS5, Windows, and Xbox Series systems. Okay. What does this game do? Welcome to Mount Holly, where every dawn unveils a new mystery. Navigate through shifting corridors and ever-changing chambers in this genre-defined puzzle game. Okay. Interesting. Let me add it to cart and just have it sit there for now. Don't spoil yourself, though, like Mandy said. Okay, I'm not going to look at anything else. I just added it to cart and moved on. Why are we wasting our time if you love talking to Lime Tamer guy on an endless loop yet? That was fun. It was a fun game. It just, if there was no end in sight, what was the point? You know what I mean? Like, we needed some resolve, and now we can get the resolve. It's very long. Okay. Hades and Hades 2 is one of my favorite roguelike. Oh, I've heard of those games. It's now my 4th most streamed game ever. What? How is that possible? How long have you been playing this game? Because did it not get released this year? It got released a month ago. How many hours have you put into this? 68. Are you finished and you just like, you're redoing the game? Like, is that what it is? Or are you like doing a second run? People are very committed. Sounds like. You should pregame stream with us. Oh God. Is he pregame stream with y'all? What? Do tailgate? Or lots of restarting? Oh, gotcha. I miss watching your YouTube Hitman edits. RHAP fan, that was something that I promised myself and I abandoned, was doing the Hitman series. But listen, new chapters. Who knows? Yes. The thing is, I think we're just gonna, like, there's not gonna be a lot of time to pre on that one. It's just immediate get in the car and go kind of thing. We got 2 more questions in the form. One is clarification on the poly question. Okay. My friends and I are all female or non-binary and have never been involved with each other. Okay. I'll use made-up initials for ease. Thank you, question asker. A is the first friend my ex started dating and is also involved with my current partner. Oh, okay. They and my ex have been involved for a couple months, and yes, they knew I dated my ex. Okay. B is the new partner of my ex and the one I hang out with weekly. I'm pretty sure she knew about my ex. Again, it was super brief relationship, but since I see her weekly, I'm fairly sure it came up. I see. So you're saying that you're unsure if B knows about your history like that. So you're not sure if you can warn B as a result of that, or is it because B doesn't know that you know that the two of them are seeing each other, and that would make you hesitant and wanting to warn them? That's my, if you can clarify that. And also, thank you for responding. I appreciate the extra information, rather. And the initials helped. They really did. 420 and beer. If I do 420 and beer, I don't know. It's my first baseball game in person. I need to have all my faculties present. I don't think I can crossfade and then go to a 9-inning baseball game. I don't think I can handle that. They were fun and I like the funny editing you had. Thank you. Softy, thank you as well. Mr. Can Man. The Can Man! Oh, chat. The memories. That was fun. It felt like I was doing something different, which I was very happy about. Yeah, I really hope I can hop back into something like that. Do you have any thoughts about Survivor this week in the boot? Sad about the boot, obviously. But my thoughts were that this week changed my mind. I really thought, and also heads up, we're talking Survivor real quick. My thoughts were Joe is winning this season, and it's just a foregone conclusion. It's just a matter of how he gets to the end and how quickly can he get the dub. Okay? Now, I've changed my tune a little bit. I no longer think that's the case. I think now Kyle is winning, and I think Joe is the I was about to say house guest, the player that's going to be on Survivor 50 from this season, and that's why he got this level of an edit. Everyone's saying he's the one, and then he goes. The rest is Camilla. Camilla's still a shout as well. If Joe doesn't win this season, this has massive BB19 feels for me, minus all the negative toxicity. That's fair. If you're putting Joe in the Paul spot for a person who had the most control. One or the other for the game for sure, but having to brew a baseball game is classic. I might have like a cheeky beer and a hot dog. I'm trying to get a hot dog and a cheeky beer. That I think I would do at the game. But also it's a themed night. And I'm getting a jersey. I was sad my winners did an amazing race. Your winner pick didn't win amazing race. Is that what you mean, AZ? Is that what you mean? All right. Let me close my extra tabs here. Yeah, sorry. You're good. You're good. I'll warn you of the food prices at Target Field. Can you give me like an example of what the cost is? Like if in my head I'm like, okay, you're saying that is $15 too much for a hot dog at a ballpark? That sounds reasonable, right? Or is this like more than that? I had Han and Holden. Oh, that's okay. I see. Survivor preview hints that Camilla is booting Kyle this week for whatever that is worth. I did see that. Camilla saying that maybe in order for me to win, you can't be at the end. Now, what that means, I don't know. But also, that doesn't necessarily, like, if they both make it to Final Four, that doesn't mean that only one of them gets to the end. That both of them could still be there. It's just about of what does Final Five look like, because there's an idol that's available and there's an immunity available. So in a world where Kyle and let's say Joe wins immunity, Eva has the idol. Is that where Camilla starts looking at Kyle as a potential? But I don't think Eva and Joe are gonna flip on Kyle at that point. I think Mitch goes in that situation. So, I don't know. We'll see. All board bracket costs a lot. Honestly, I've been in years, but I do remember that we're high and we're paying stadium prices. Gotcha. That would be square with Camilla voting for Mitch to be evicted. Nah, they vote out Mitch. That's what I'm saying. I'll have Colin Camilla make Final 3. That'll be compelling. If the final three is Kyle, Camilla, and Joe, let's say, that is probably the spiciest final three we've had in a minute where anybody could get some votes. Does Camilla put Kyle in the fire making? Maybe. I think the problem is in that situation. Let's say the final four is the two pairs, right? It's Eva, Kyle, Joe, Camilla. Camilla wins the final immunity. Is Camilla putting Joe and Kyle in fire? And at that point, who is she hoping wins? Kyle or Joe? Remember the days of $1 hot dogs at the Reds games when Marge Schott owned the team? I have no idea. All right, let me Google this. Price of food at Target Field. Oh, there's a concessions tab. Why is there a concessions tab? Oh, that just says where they are. That doesn't say how much they cost. Okay, well, that's not what I needed. What if I did Reddit? If I type Reddit at the end, typically that'll give me a thread. First Twins game today. What is the best concession food? It all depends what your taste is. If you're price conscious, there's a stand in center field offering $4 hot dogs, $2 pop, and $5 beer. If you're into more international cuisine, I've heard great things about the banh mi. If you like local, Red Cow, pizza, was it loose or luce? You tell me. Okay, so it sounds like there's a lot of options. Oh, someone did mention Kramer C. I don't know how to pronounce this, Polish, but someone did recommend this to us for brats. That could be a shout. Any guesses on how the fire challenge will go wrong this time? Oh, like, will there be a technical issue where someone gets done in? I don't know. I wonder what the fallout of the idol lie will be for Camilla. Maybe Kyle, since Shaheen has no idol to play. I mean, here's the reality of the situation, right? If I'm Kyle, there's no consequence if I'm at the end with Joe and Eva. Because they can't get mad at me for lying. They're vying for votes. It does not matter. But if Joe and Eva are on the jury, that could be a problem. If then you're going to get punished for your lie. So, Marbs tonight. No Marbs tonight. I got an early day tomorrow where I have to wake up. I have some errands I need to run. Then I need to start unpacking as much as I can. Because then around 2, we have Eurovision for about 4 hours. And then we're recording the podcast for Eurovision immediately right after. So the whole day is just gone at that point. So sadly, no marbles tonight. But we can marble at some other time. Have you heard of the Savannah Bananas? You should see if they're playing near you. Would be a blast. I have seen them on TikTok, Khalida. I have seen them on. They kind of remind me of, if I'm thinking of the right thing, are they like the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball? Stephanie Dusain's first time chatter. Welcome in, Stephanie. Is Joe's game worthy of a returning season? Yes, he dominates the season, but I mean, Joe seems nice and all. If it was up to me personally, and they were like, we have to bring in a male returnee from this season, I would go for Shaheen before I would go for Joe. I would go for Thomas. I think Thomas is someone we lost too early. Could have been fun. If you're looking for like a wackadoo season, Cedric, somebody who you could consider. I even would say, like, the thing is with Joe, if Joe loses, does he put the honesty, integrity thing at the door and play the game? Because I think Joe, there's been he's not been like, I like him, right? I like him as a person, and I think the moment with Eva stood out very hard as one of the most memorable moments of the not even new era of Survivor to me, but there's not been enough game there for me. Like, is he on my list? Yes, but he's like 3rd or 4th. So, but I think they loved him, 1, and 2, I think that he is the type of player that would be a casual's dream, right? I've heard so many people talk about how their parents that are watching the show are like rooting for Joe. So he's going to be someone that a lot of people are going to be disappointed that he lost. Giving him a second chance and making him be like the jacked representative of the new era is not bad. Because the alternative is our jacked representative of the new era is someone like a goddamn Jonathan Young, which I don't think anyone wants. Is it the Eurovision finals? Yes. Tomorrow at 2. No, sorry, 2 our time, 3 p.m. Eastern. At Chase Ballpark in Phoenix, they have an all-you-can-eat suite. Oh my god. At the ballpark? I don't know if I can all-you-can-eat there. You and Liana are doing a Eurovision podcast? Yes, we're doing an audio only in the PAL feed tomorrow. How's the music on Eurovision this year? I go in blind. Liana's the one that does not go in blind. Any sound alert songs? Outside of that bit song, I don't know if I have my custom one still active from before, Sparrow, if I'm being honest with you. The Bananas have a waiting list for tickets. Damn. I was just talking to someone last night that is in the Savannah Bananas fan club where she gets pre-sales on tickets and they still sell out even the pre-sale. That's very impressive. Bananas will be in St. Paul August 1 to 2, but strangely playing a Texas team. $30 a ticket, hot dogs, nachos, and pretzels. All you can eat on those 3 items for $30 is a steal, I think. It just depends how much you're going to eat, though. All right, so back to the question, the poly question here. So my partner is actually the one who told me about B and my ex. Gotcha. Because he's also dating A, and A told him. Okay, A being that yes. My partner knew it would bother me, so he tried to break the news to me gently. Luckily, a few days later, my ex posted public pictures of him with all 4 of his current partners. It became public knowledge then. I don't actually plan on addressing the issue with B unless I need to. Fair. My current fear is that she will bring my ex to the activity that we see each other at weekly, and I'll have to interact with him again when I would prefer to pretend he doesn't exist. I can't ignore him if that happens because the group is small and I don't want to cause tension. That's fair. 2 questions. You have had no interactions with ex boy? As in, is it kind of like you see them and you're like hello and then you move on? Or is it just been 0 communication total? Because I think there's a world where if they bring ex-boy to the function, you can be like, hey, can we keep this with the group we had before? But obviously I understand that could also open a whole world of tension. So it could be tough. This is from this year's songs. It doesn't apply since you go in blind. Gotcha. You and Liana should go to the cat video festival in August. CHS Field. What is that? Cat video festival? Don't tease me with something amazing like that. Cat video festival. What the fuck? Yeah, August 14th. I'm bookmarking this. Lock it in. Sounds complicated question to ask her. I wish I had advice sending less than 2s. Thank you for that, Softy. It is very complicated. And mind you, I don't know if I'm even going to be able to give you good advice at all because I've never been in a situation like this. But I empathize with how difficult this must be to juggle and handle here. All right. Also, last call on questions, chat. It's 11:11 right now. So whether you're in East Coast, Central, Pacific, it is 11:11 where I am. Make a wish right now. Make a wish. Make it happen. All right. Thank you, Mandy. But yeah, let me put back up the the promise month sheet, just so that if you were not around earlier and you want to just take a gander of what's on the docket, what's possible to be spun into existence starting Sunday, you have an idea. Here you go. Actually, I know what I can do also. I can do this. And then let's do this. Yeah, that's about everything. All right. Liv and I talked and we were good with the power on list. Okay. I like it. Picasso. Pal World. And I'm attaching your names into this because I'm only playing this with the 2 of you. Pal World with Liv and Mandy with 3 Y's. All right, I don't even know if that's how you spell it. Sounds goof. Wow. Oh, yoke. Sounds goof. All right. Perfect. Cancel it. Nah, too late now. We're locked in. Call it guy talk. It's locked in. It's locked in, Mandy. No take backsies. All right. All right. So to give you last bit of clearance here, chat. Last bit of information. Sunday at 5, we're back with Goose Goose Duck. That's going to happen same time as always, 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central. Goose Goose Duck going down, okay? After Goose Goose Duck is over, we say goodbye to everyone in the lobby. They go about their night. They're going to raid. They're going to leave. They're going to do what they're going to do. We will be sticking around. I will be bringing the wheel over. We'll be spinning the wheel. And we'll officially find out what it lands on to kick things off for Monday's stream. And then I look at my schedule. I'm like, okay, tomorrow for this stream needs about, let's say, an hour, 2 hours, whatever. Let's do it at this time. We assign the time. We lock it in. I see you Monday that time. We do the stream Monday, whatever the content is. We come in, say hello, chit chat, do the content. Then we spin the next wheel. And that's kind of the cycle we're going to be on for about a month. Okay? And it's going to be fun. And for me, it's going to be a bit of a test because I feel a little rusty and it'll give me the opportunity to get back into my bullshit. And also, I'll still be doing, obviously, all my podcast commitments and stuff during that time. So, might be stressed at sometimes, but we'll make it work, okay? All right, final question in the form. Oh, I have seen the X a few times, but because we go to some of the same events in a large group we're both part of, I just find his behavior manipulative and toxic, and I hate that it's affecting my friends and by extension, my partner and I. That is tough, question asker. It really is. And I understand the conflict you find yourself in, because on one hand, you just think this person's bad news and you want them to be out. You don't want them there for your peace, and you don't want them there for your friends either, because you don't believe them to be good. But then also, I feel like, of course, you don't want to be overbearing. You don't want to make tension. You don't want to be the one that says, hey, me or this guy. I don't want to be hanging out with this guy. So you don't want to add the drama. But I think you're allowed to feel all of those things for sure. What time will your daily streams be? Laura, it's going to depend. We're going to find out the day of. It's going to be dependent on schedule, like what my schedule looks like, because I'm still going to be scheduling podcasts to record and other duties and tasks. So it's going to depend on that, and also what the content is. For example, if the content for that day is, let's say, ugly outfit stream, I immediately need to talk to Liana, see when and if we can make a run to get the outfit before like 7 p.m. my time, let's say. And then if she's like, yeah, we can do that, I'm like, okay, perfect. So 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central tomorrow. That's when we do the ugly outfit stream. So stuff like that will be determining factors as well. Makes sense. Yes. Post on Blue Sky if you can. I will post everywhere. Blue Sky. I'll also copy paste that same post onto Twitter. I'll put it in the Discord. I'll try and be very active in where I'm posting it, because I know it's going to be a little bit, techie, a little bit on the fly almost. So I'll make it happen. All right. It'd be so awkward if one of us viewers is dressed like you on Ugly Outfit Day. Bring it up with Liana. I intend on having Liana pick the ugly outfit because I don't want any part of it. So that's on Liana if she does. Okay, that's Liana's taste, not mine. Also, now I especially will not make sure that I'm not involved. I thought you already did everything Liana does for 24 hours. I did not. See, Sparrow, that's the problem with the Promise Month. There's a lot of things that just didn't happen, which I'm very upset by and I want to fix. So yeah. All right, chat. I think it's time I make my exit here. I hope y'all had fun tonight. We did get through a lot. We get to have a lot of conversation. Finding a snack you haven't tried should be easy now since you moved to Minnesota. Exactly. And I have the list we made. I just need to go ahead and order everything, which I just think I'm going to go ahead and do, because that's going to happen. That's the beauty of this stream plan, chat. All of the stuff on this wheel will happen. All the stuff on this list, these are going down. These are happening. Whether it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whether it's the 15th of June, they're happening now. Whether we like it or not, we're doing them. Okay? So, we're okay. I'm excited for you to try Bean Boozle and get a vomit or rotten egg beans. Oh God, I have a Bean Boozle pack somewhere here and a Birdie Bots pack, so I can just do those. And we can also make it like a spicy questions type situation, a little bit of Hot Ones style, where y'all can ask me. Maybe I'll post up in like the Discord, and if you're part of the Discord, you can come into the Discord room and ask me a question live. And if I want to answer it, I will. If I don't, I do one of the Bean Boozles. Something like that. We can figure out a way to make it fun. Racing Pooya excited for promise. Thank you, Russ. Thank you so much. Thank you. Do you know what game Steph and Russ game were, or have they changed? I don't think they've changed it. I know it's in my chat, in my DMs with the squads. I can check those out. I can make sure we get to them. Yeah. All right, chat. Shall we raid? Is it raid o'clock? Let's go ahead and raid. We're going to go ahead and raid Quinn, who has definitely caught us with the raid at every corner these last couple of weeks. Oh, same page, Gina. We're on the same page here. So everyone go ahead, show some love to Quinn. Give some positive energy, positive vibes to Quinn. I'll be back, like I said, Sunday at 4. Sunday at 4 my time, 5 Eastern. And we'll be kicking off Promise Month in 2 days. 2 more sleeps, and we're there. Fun stream. Thank you so much, Mythical Jade. Appreciate you. And thank you to everyone who subbed, who bidded. Thank you to everyone who submitted questions tonight. I hope it was fun. Sorry for that one moment of disconnection at the middle of the stream here. I know we lost some people in that time span, but hopefully y'all had fun all the same. And I'm very happy about that. About the stream, not the disconnection. Over the driver simulation, I'd like to see you play that trucker driver game. We can talk about what the driving simulation, like that. We can have that discussion live and see what the best choice is for us and go from there. All right. Y'all have a good night, chat. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate you.